Also breaking, the governor signed a bill into law today that removes protections for gender identity from the Iowa Civil Rights Act.
With this legislation, Iowa becomes the first state in the country to remove a protected class from its state civil rights code. KWWL's David Warrington has been busy today. He filed this report before heading to that breaking news.
After protesters poured into the Iowa State House Thursday in opposition to the bill removing civil protections based on gender identity, Governor Kim Reynolds has signed that bill into law.
It's common sense to acknowledge the obvious biological differences between men and women. In fact, it's necessary to secure genuine equal protection for women and girls. It's why we have men and women's bathrooms, but not men and women's conference rooms.
The bill removes gender identity protections from Iowa's Civil Rights Code. It also creates legal definitions of male and female based on reproductive organs at birth. Senator Amy Wickendall is the first and only transgender member of the Iowa State Legislature, and she disapproves of the law.
Basically, they remove all protections for gender identity, for employment, for credit, for housing, for education. We brought that up and again and again and again, and Holt refused to acknowledge it. So yes, it will open the door to discrimination even before the courts have the choice to weigh in, because now people will feel emboldened to treat people worse.
She says she was once evicted from a residence shortly after she publicly transitioned at her job and says that shouldn't be allowed to happen to anyone.
I had to look my 3-year-old son in the eye and try to explain to him why we didn't have a house anymore. And to not only lose your home, but not have any idea where you're going next. It's terrifying. Nobody should ever have to be in that situation. I don't care who you are.
Governor Reynolds says this law brings Iowa in line with the federal Civil Rights Code, and she says overall she believes all Iowans deserve respect.
We all agree that every Iowan, without exception, deserves respect and dignity. We are all children of God, and no law changes that. What this bill does accomplish is to strengthen protections for women and girls, and I believe that it is the right thing to do.